The 2024 WVU football recruiting class is certainly moving full speed ahead now at the start of June, as West Virginia has now picked up their third commit in as many days. Let's go. What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with the Country Roads webcast. And before I get into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder. If you would do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button, give us a like here on this video. It'll really help not only this video's performance, but future videos' performances here on the channel as well. And if you're a West Virginia fan or a college football fan in general, for that matter, be sure hit that subscribe button. It's fast, easy, and free to do, and it helps us and it helps you, as it helps get more of this Mountaineer sports content out to Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, let's get into it. All right, as I mentioned in the cold open to the video, West Virginia now picking up their third commit in 3 days, coming yet again on one of the offensive or defensive lines. West Virginia continuing to try and boost the trenches there in this 2024 recruiting class and doing a good job of that. We saw West Virginia pick up a commit on both sides of the ball there. West Virginia adds yet another one to the defensive line now with the addition of Elijah Kinsler, a 3-star defensive lineman coming from the state of New Jersey, as you see detailed in this article by Mike Ostie over on WVSportsNow.com. Elijah Kinsler coming to West Virginia, a highly sought after defensive end with great size, coming in already as a true freshman. As you see there, 6'4", 250 pounds, double-digit offers from multiple Power 5 programs. But as you can see, Kinsler ultimately deciding on West Virginia with his commitment here. He announced on his social media there on Twitter, and if you want to follow him, Mountaineer Nation, you can there. At Kinsler Elijah is the name there on Twitter. 1000% committed. He hashtagged Country Roads and hashtag Take Me Home, tagging Neil Brown, Coach Andrew Jackson, among other West Virginia adjacent accounts, and of course Jordan Leslie, the defensive coordinator, and the WVU football's official Twitter there. But Elijah Kinsler, the latest addition to the 2024 West Virginia football recruiting class, which, as I said, really seems to be rolling right now. Let's take a look at some highlights of Elijah Kinsler's here, just to get a little bit of a taste of what Mountaineer Nation may be able to expect from this recent addition that will help the West Virginia defensive line here in the near future, coming up as a nice addition as an edge rusher in the 2024 class. Let me pull up his huddle here. We'll take a look at a couple of his highlights. As you can see there, coming from the inside on this play, gets in, beats his defender with a nice bull rush and gets a nice sack on the quarterback. I think with his size at 6'4", 250, I know he's listed as kind of an edge rusher and he has great ability to do that. He may still wind up playing defensive end, but I would not be surprised to see West Virginia mold him to a defensive tackle in the future. We've seen them have success with these type of guys, right? Darius Stills, and then Day-Day Hawkins is a guy West Virginia is going to see this year. But you see great athleticism there with the chase down tackle. But he's on the outside, he's on the inside in some of these highlights. Here he is coming off the edge right now, coming in, beats his man, and gets another sack on the quarterback. So there's a look at some of his highlights for Elijah Kinsler, but I think he could be a defensive tackle in the future for West Virginia if they want to mold him into that. But he has great size coming in right away, 6'4", 250, and could be an early contributor. As with most of these recent additions for West Virginia in this recruiting class, that is the case, as they've added great players to boost the trench play on both the offensive and the defensive side, particularly with Onwuka and now Kinsler added to that defense. And having said that, let's take a look at our commitment list here on the Country Roads webcast. We've been trying to keep up with as we continue to try and update these additions to the 2024 class. And now with Kinsler being the most recent addition, we can go ahead and add him to our commitment list here on the Country Roads webcast. Like I said, West Virginia doing a good job in this 2024 class, especially as of late, as they continue to add bodies to it. And Kinsler, the most recent addition now, West Virginia having some great bodies there along the offensive line and the defensive line. As I said, looks like they really, bought into building up those units when they came to Morgantown. This coaching staff did. and they're still continuing to try and do that and plan ahead for the future, which is a great strategy. You've got to build your program from the inside out, if you will, and you got to start with the interior, both offensively and defensively. Build it through the trenches. They've done a good job doing that thus far. It seems like they're going to continue that trend here with these recent additions. And of course, Elijah Kinsler, the subject of this video, being the most recent, which brings the 2024 West Virginia football recruiting class commit up to a total of 6 commitments there verbally. Wink James on the defensive line, Keyshawn Robinson at wide receiver, Jack Samarco at tight end, Obina Onwuka at defensive line, Kyle Altuner on the offensive line, and of course the subject of this video, Elijah Kinsler. And we have videos on each one of these commits there you can check out over on the Country Roads webcast channel as we continue to try and cover this 2024 class as it shapes up for West Virginia. So there you have it, Mountaineer Nation, another addition to the 2024 class that should help down the line on that defensive line. What do you think about the addition of Elijah Kinsler and how the 2024 class is shaping up in general? Be sure to let us know down there in the comments. We really appreciate the interactions as we continue to try and grow the Country Roads webcast community throughout Mountaineer Nation. Having said that, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.